Lesson 1. Liberty. When a stone is placed on the go board, liberty is created. The definition of liberty is that the intersection adjacent in a straight line to the stone is the liberty of this stone. So now, let's count the liberties of this stone. The orthogonally adjacent intersections are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Therefore, this stone has 4 liberties. Please note that the diagonally adjacent intersections do not count as liberties for this stone. If we place one more stone on the edge, then how many liberties does this stone have? Well, according to the definition, we count the adjacent intersections in a straight line, 1, 2, 3. This stone has 3 liberties. We place a stone at the corner's 1-to-1 point. How many liberties does this stone have? Let's count. 1, 2. This stone has 2 liberties. Therefore, when one stone is placed in the central position, it has 4 liberties. When placed on the edge, it has 3 liberties. When placed in the corner, specifically at the 1-to-1 point, it has only 2 liberties. Next, let's examine when a black stone is placed in the center, and then a white stone is placed adjacent to it.
So how many liberties does this black stone have now?
Still, according to the principle of liberty, the intersections that are straight line adjacent to a stone are 1, 2, and 3. Therefore, this stone has 3 liberties. We tried adding a stone at this white position. Does it affect the liberty of the black stones? The answer is no. Since this stone is not orthogonally adjacent, white cannot reduce black's liberties, which remain at 3. Next, we place one black stone on the edge. Then, next to that black stone, we add one white stone on the edge. So, how many liberties does this black stone have now? Alright, let's count 1 to 2 liberties. This black stone has 2 liberties. We place a black stone in the corner at the 1-to-1 point and add a white stone on the side. Now this black stone has only 1 liberty left. So we will find that when a stone is adjacent to an opponent's stone, its liberty will decrease accordingly. It should be noted. We just saw how to count the liberties adjacent to an opponent's stone. Now, let's add one of our own stones and count its liberties. These 2 black stones are connected together. How should we count liberty? At this point, we need to introduce a new concept. When 2 black stones are connected together, they become a group. The liberty between them is shared. We count the liberty from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this group of stones has 6 liberties. We could also try placing more stones. Now this black group has 8 liberties. Then we will find that as the number of stones increases, the configuration of the stones will also evolve. Apart from stretch, black's 3 stones can also form this shape. So, does this shape have the same number of liberties as the one above? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we can see that the 3 black stones on the upper side have 8 liberties, while the 3 black stones on the lower side have 7 liberties. Next, we can conduct an interesting experiment. using 4 connected stones to form different shapes. How many distinct shapes will emerge? Alright everyone, please give it some thought. Solution 5. With 4 connected stones, one can form at most 5 distinct shapes. Let's play the first move. And then these 5 shapes. Alright, let's set up the first one. Then set up 5 different shapes, respectively. Well, we can see that 4 connected black stones can only form these 5 distinct shapes at most. Then we proceed to count the liberties. In the middle, these 4 black street ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, the black stone in the lower left corner, stones 1 through 9. Then the black stone in the lower right corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The black stone in the upper right corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The black stone in the upper left corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By counting liberties, it can be observed that the black stone in the center has the longest liberty, with 10 liberties, followed by the black stone in the lower left corner, which has 9 liberties. The stone formations in the remaining 3 corners each have only 8 liberties. So, we can draw a conclusion that the liberty of the same shape at different positions on the board is also. Oh, I misspoke. So, we can draw a conclusion that although the number of stones is the same, the shape is different, and liberty is different. Next, let us delve deeper. Earlier we mentioned that even with the same number of stones, different formations result in different liberties. Then, does the same formation necessarily guarantee the same liberties? It should be noted that here we can make an attempt by placing 5 identical 4-stone formations at different positions on the board. Well, we now see identical 4-stone shapes placed at different positions across the game board. By counting liberties, we find that the black stone in the upper left corner has 8 liberties. Note that. Then, the black stone at the top right corner has 7 liberties. The black group on the lower side has 6 liberties. The black stone in the right lower corner has 5 liberties. The black stones in the left lower corner have the fewest liberties, with only 4. So why do the liberties of these same shapes differ in length? This brings us back to what we mentioned at the beginning, a single stone on different positions of the board. Its liberty is also different. A stone placed in the center has 4 liberties. Positioned on the edge, it has 3 liberties. Placed at the corner, it has 2 liberties. According to this pattern, please note the following. Then, regarding the board position in the lower right corner, one stone is placed at the 1-to-1 point, and two stones are positioned on the edge. In this case, its liberty count becomes the second fewest. In the shape below, 3 stones are placed on the edge, so they have the third fewest liberties. This shape on the right has 2 black stones placed on the edge, and its liberty is the fourth fewest. Thus, for this black stone shape at the leftmost position, with only 1 stone placed on the edge, it possesses liberty in the maximum number of liberties. Through this example, we will find that when stones are placed at the corner, their liberty decreases. By this rule, even without counting liberties, we can quickly determine which shape has more liberties. Well, that is all for lesson 1. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please subscribe, follow, and give it a thumbs up. I'll continue to bring you more exciting content.